Welcome to today's morning report chart analysis videos on Monday the 12th of November with me, Rich Market Analyst at Hantec Markets. Two factors today: sterling under pressure and the euro under pressure as well. The reason being, we've had a suggestion, well, certainly over the weekend, certainly looks as though that the UK papers are crunching the numbers on Brexit in terms of the parliamentary arithmetic, and it doesn't look great for Theresa May to get any sort of a deal through that is not drastically different from the one that she's got potentially at the moment. Subsequently, we're seeing sterling sharply lower, 131 pips lower now, and we're also seeing euro under pressure as well. Euro actually back below 113, big figure. That was a key floor of support through this year, and that has now been breached. The Italian budget situation is a key factor there, but obviously there's legacy of Brexit factors to consider as well on the euro. So pressure on both euro and sterling. Equity markets had been relatively positive as S&P 500 futures were higher earlier. That higher futures number has dissipated somewhat. FTSE is outperforming, and that's on the weakness that we've seen on sterling. Negative correlation play there. But generally speaking, the dollar is strong, and look at what it's done to the dollar index, breaking out sharply above 97 on the USD index, which is the highest since June of 2017. So really strong move there on the US dollar. Is it US dollar related though? I would argue not. Look at those. Treasury yields lower. Both 2-year and the 10-year Treasury yields are lower. So it is more to do with the euro weakness than dollar strength in that regard. So we are seeing these key moves on dollar markets today, all pulling at dollar strength. Aussie dollar versus US down, Kiwi dollar versus US down, and even actually the yen, considering there's a little bit of a, I suppose, a risk-off element to this move, you're still seeing dollar yen higher. So in terms of what we've got to look forward to today, not a great deal actually. We have got nothing really on the economic calendar to get worked up about at all. So it's all pretty much set up for, I think, continuation of these early trends. So that takes me to my chart of the day then, which is silver. Now silver has been under pressure in the last week or so, as has gold, but silver seemingly more so, and broke down below 1420, that key October floor, closed below that level on Friday, and that remains a basis of resistance now. So old support becomes new resistance, sort of setting up, I suppose, for a retest of 1390, really Friday's low. 1406 initial support there, but look at the momentum indicators. RSI below 14, not great. Stochastics falling, MACD lines falling, having had a bear kiss following on from a bear cross. So yeah, it doesn't all look that great for silver on that front. In terms of the hourly chart, you can see here where 1420 old support becomes new resistance. So any unwinding moves, I think, is likely to still be seen as a chance to sell. You've got a basis of a pivot around 1440, 1445 area. You could even increase that, I suppose, to 1450. So it's a sort of old floor or old support area. 1450 became pivotal. So 1450 back to 1440 is a sort of 10 cent band of resistance then overhead. But it certainly looks as though silver is turning more corrective now, and a retest of 1390 could well be seen as a result. But initial support, as I said, 1406. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later.